All right. Well, I mean, we
Might
should
as
get
well.
going because I already had my hype song for the day.
You got hyped for this?
Yeah, I usually listen to music before I get on a podcast. And today I was listening to Robin dancing on my own before getting on this call.
Robin dancing my own. Who's that?
I'm positive you've heard it. It's like, please don't think that I've watched the show, but I believe it is the intro song to the HBO show Girls, or at
Ooh,
least it was popularized by that.
okay. I might actually know that because I did watch that show. You didn't watch Girls?
No,
No? I
no.
think you would like the first season.
I've already decided I hate it, even though I've never seen it. So, no, I'm never going to watch it.
Welcome to the warm up room. I actually do have something that I want to talk about. For once, it's powerlifting related.
Okay.
All right? And it just happened. You saw that the IPF did the new rules changes or whatever?
To a degree, yes.
I don't want to get into the rules changes. Everybody hated them apparently, whatever. I don't wear necklaces, so it doesn't affect me.
Sure.
And I'm not in the IPF, but whatever.
Neither am I.
What I wanted to talk about is I find it funny how every single person that was complaining is now like shouting their praises, and it's like every political like movement and government like has a talking point, and it's like everybody got the memo from SBD, and they're like, hey, look, they're like listening to all the key stakeholders. Like, none of these powerlifters say key stakeholders. Nobody says that. That's a memo. That's like a keyword that they wanted you to say. And now all of these people are like, oh, they listen to key stakeholders and the athletes, and they're putting the rules changes on hold until March 1st. And they're going to listen to their athletes. And it's like SBD Sheffield is happening in January, late January. Why can't you just say, "Oh, we didn't talk to SBD, and we need to like put these on pause until that happens."
Well, I actually didn't know that there was a pause. Was that recent that came out?
It just today.
Oh, yeah. I haven't really been on Instagram, and my Instagram is usually not IPF spokespeople.
Well, I guess SBD spokes athletes.
Well, that's good for them. That's all I got to say about that. I mean, ultimately, I am concerned about the level of just lack of care and lack of understanding at the highest level of governance in powerlifting to say that these are all things that we should do to improve the viewership or improve the popularity of the sport, when basically it's turning into a Olympic weightlifting competition, and nobody watches Olympic weightlifting unless you actually do it.
I don't even think they do.
Oh, they do.
You think so?
I mean, I spent 5 years in a weightlifting, powerlifting facility,
Yeah, fair enough.
and I think the only thing weightlifters are better at than snatching 40 kilos and being happy about that is name dropping people I never heard of that are Eastern European that are way better than any American weightlifter, and just reminding them that they're not going to fuck you.
Olivia is not going to. You. That's
Yeah.
the only weightlifter I know.
Like, I can't even name a weightlifter, but
I mean, Olivia Reeves, you know that name,
I have no
right?
idea who that is.
Oh, she's like really popular. I think she transcends weightlifting. Like she's in the millions of followers.
That's great. I mean, I'm not one of those million, but I
I
have a
guess not.
very large disdain to weightlifters and weightlifting in general. So
we'll
I
have
could
to
care
get
less.
into that one day.
Yeah, no, I'm just like, hey, you need 50 yards of clearance just to lift 30 kilos over your head. And if the Earth's rotation is not on point, then you're going to get off balance and you're going to throw a fit. And then talk about, well, Pyros Demas would never do that. And I'm just like, dude, Pyros Demas or whatever the his name is would have no idea who the hell you are.
That name, like, that's a name that you would have to know.
Isn't he like, well, he was like
I have no idea.
he's like a Greek weightlifter that was like pretty good back in the day. Let me see if it's actually, if I'm saying the right thing. Yeah, Greek weightlifter.
I know one guy. His name is Vitali. Or something like that.
Pyros Demas. He's the most decorated Greek athlete in the Olympics and is widely considered one of the greatest weightlifters of all time. 3-time Olympic gold medalist or what have you. And yeah, and the only reason why I know who this is because someone that I tangentially know missed a 40-kilo snatch and was just like, oh, Pyros, I disappointed you. And I'm just like, bro, Pyros does not give a about you, bro. You know.
Listen, powerlifting's done. We got something powerlifting in the episode, and I don't want to talk about it anymore. And that's why we don't talk about powerlifting. It's boring and stupid. I am in a pissy mood, though.
Yeah, why is that?
I am in a very, well, I mean, we'll talk about that later, but I'm in a pissy mood, and I want to talk about etiquette a little bit. So I walked into...
The Ralph Nader wants to speak on etiquette. The Ralph Nader powerlifting wants to discuss the wrongdoing.
Nader's here.
Yeah.
I walked into the locker room at our gym, okay? And I just get there. There's like 3 dudes like wrapping up changing. And one is, he's like putting his pants on and he's got his phone in one of the cubbies and he's FaceTiming his girlfriend with no headphones. And just everybody, it's like a communal kind of place. Everybody changes there. It's, what is it called? Unisex? What's the one? All gender locker room?
Oh, so it's not segregated by men or women. It's just
it's not segregated by genitalia. No,
just go in and do your thing.
Yeah.
Okay.
But he's FaceTiming his girlfriend and like no headphones, just full volume. And I hate injustice. So like I walk in and I'm like, "Hey man, you think that's a good idea?" And he like looks around and the guys are like super uncomfortable. There's like 3 nerds in there and him. And they're like really uncomfortable. They're like buttoning up. And he's like, "Oh yeah, a lot of naked guys in here." I'm like, well, there could have been. Like, I'm about to get naked. Like, I don't want you to see me naked, but you can leave your girlfriend in here if you want. And he's like, "Oh yeah, she's into that." I'm in my head, I'm like dying. Like, what the like, anybody ever says anything to me like that, I'd be like, "Oh fuck, my bad." Like, first of all, I can't believe I had my phone on in here. Why? And this guy's just like, "Oh yeah, she's into that." Like, do you not have any? I actually said, "Oh yeah, you should give her my number then."
Sorry, Sand.
I told her about this. You should give her my number then. He's like, yeah, I'm like, man, get the out of here. Like, you can't FaceTime in a locker room. What are you doing? And I was just in such a pissy mood. And then later that same session, a guy is like eating a fucking homemade rice bowl in the gym floor with like fish in it that he just microwaved. I'm just like, is this the day that I just like start throwing weights around? Like, what the is happening in here? What do you do in that situation?
It's always live and let live for me.
Fuck you. You're the best.
No, only because I try my best to check righteousness as much as I possibly can. And I always think righteousness is something that pervades clear thinking, where all that matters is that you understand that I am right and you are wrong. Having said that, though, as someone that is typically, hey, as long as what I'm trying to do is not being impeded upon, what I will say to your credit is that when I do see someone step up and say, hey, what you're doing is annoying or what you're doing is sucks for everybody else, then yes, I do appreciate that. And I do think that that's a good move for sure. But it just wouldn't be my move, because my perspective is that it is not worth dying over.
Yeah.
You know, if it comes to my daughter or my wife, then yeah, like regardless of the circumstance, I would rather die than suffer a moral injury of catastrophic wound. But outside of that, I'm like, dude, live your life. You know, let your freak flag fly.
I just don't like that other people get hurt by it. Like, me personally, I'll be fine. Like, I'll keep it inside. Like, if it was just me and him, I probably wouldn't say a thing. But the fact that there's, like, 3 other guys in there, these, like, nerdy dudes that I do know, that are just, like, hiding in the corners and, like, looking over their shoulders to see, like, if the guy's, like, camera is on them, that's what, like, really got me. Now, the food thing, that I hate. I just can't stand people eating in the gym. It's like, it smells so bad.
Yeah, I mean, the food thing, that's when I try my best to extend empathy to that person, because I'm sure that that person does not want to be eating in the gym in the first place, but may just be in a tough timing predicament. I try my best to be as charitable as I possibly can, while also judging as hard as I possibly can as well. So externally, I am a duck floating across the pond, and internally, I'm the paddling that's happening in the underneath the surface. But yeah, I mean, I've eaten in the gym before, and I never really thought too much about it. But now I'm thinking to myself, like, did I piss somebody off? Because I'm someone, maybe it's because I'm half Japanese, I try my best to not inconvenience anyone ever.
Exactly.
And that's how I think and also I think that that's how 90% of people are going to behave anyways. But it is not, my standard is not the expectation I have on complete strangers.
Well, okay. I get what you're saying. Now, if it was a complete stranger, I probably wouldn't care as much. Also, if you're like hiding in the corner and trying to eat this food as fast as possible because you're in a situation and you can't eat anywhere else, that's understandable. But when you're like done with your workout and you're there for an hour and a half just hanging out and you're slowly eating your stinky food, that's not cool.
I agree.
You know?
I agree, but
anyway, you're making me feel like I'm an asshole.
No, I need you to know that people like me need people like you. Right? That's all. Yeah. Ultimately the yin and yang of the quote unquote good guys or what have you. But for me, I've always had the perspective that if I'm going to talk to somebody about how their behavior is impacting me, or I'm going to speak out on Instagram about something that I care very deeply about, I see it as I'm not going to say something about everything, because then my voice is heavily saturated at that point. I will only say something when I am convicted, when I know more about the information and all that stuff. So I guess the difference between you and I is that I ruminate like crazy and then I take action. And you take action based off of gut feeling, and that's great. Like,
not always. I ruminate.
it's not a good or it's not better or worse. It's just is what it is. You know. Have you ever taken like your masculine profile? Like, what kind of man are you? Because
Bro, are you just sitting taking tests every day? No, I haven't done that.
I mean, I'm not saying that I did or did not take this test, but there are tests out there that can tell you things, you know?
No, I didn't do it. Should I do it?
If you want, live and let live, man. If you want, you know, who am I to tell you what to do? You know what I mean? Outside of a powerlifting program scenario.
Look, on the cast, I bring up things that I actually do, but there's a million things that I don't do. There's a lot of things that are just in my head. It's not all just me being an asshole, you know, talking to people.
I mean, I don't think you were being an asshole at all. I think
A little.
I
was in a pissy mood.
Yeah, I mean, understandable. But yeah, I'm sure that the other 3 people that were in the locker room really appreciated your action.
I hope so. I did it for them. I'm a hero.
You should message them on Instagram. And say,
I'll bring it
hey,
up next time I see you.
no, like message them right after this podcast. Just say, hey, I did this for you, and I want you to tell me what you think about that. You know?
Dude, I got pretty bad at the gym a couple weeks ago. I was like setting up my camera to record, and then I went to set up my side camera, the one for videos I send you.
Okay.
And this girl like doesn't have an Instagram, doesn't like do any, like she barely does videos for her coach even. She's like, "Are you like a influencer or something?" The quickness with which I was, no. Are you fucking kidding me? I almost didn't set the camera up. I was just like fucking so ashamed.
Yeah, I mean, that whole thing of 2 different cameras is tough to defeat, perspective-wise, you know?
But it's just the top set, too. Like, if you saw me recording every set, I get it. But, like, my top set, I'm setting up 2 cameras. She's like, "Are you an influencer or something?" Fuck.
I don't think I've ever been asked that question.
Well, you probably don't set up 2 cameras, do you?
No, but I do set up one all the time.
I mean, it's like if I was at Blink, I think I would be like, you know, maybe I wouldn't feel so bad, but being at this gym, it's like people see people set up cameras constantly, and it's just fucking ruined my fucking week. It's like I'm not a fucking influencer. I just have a podcast.
Like at your new job, like, in your head about one person asking you if you were an influencer.
Yeah.
Your manager being like, "Where are we at with this?" And you're like, I don't know.
I don't know. I didn't set up a camera, you bitch.
Now you got to do a full day in the life of Vitaly.
Dude. It's just me barely sleeping, choking on my CPAP.
I mean, I would at least comment, being like, "Oh, more of this, please." It'd be me, your brother, and your mom just commenting, saying, "Oh, this is great. It's good to see this."
Speaking of comments, we did get a good comment. I don't know if you saw it. What's it called? We had a comment on the YouTube on our when we were talking about love languages.
Oh, really? I didn't even know we were on YouTube. I had no idea.
YouTube.
Okay.
We're on YouTube. He goes,
So the video is on YouTube.
Yeah.
Okay, because I was wondering, like, where does the video go besides
YouTube.
Instagram? Okay, good to know.
Comment said, It looks like his love language is hot dogging on the subway.
Oh, so this is someone that's like deep in the lore of the podcast too. Like,
Well, they
okay.
listen to the podcast, yeah.
What was his or her username?
It's just the one comment, I think so.
I'm gonna look that shit up right now.
Don't look it up right now.
Why? Is it like the warm up room on YouTube or something? Because I gotta subscribe to that shit, man. Oh yeah, here we go. The warm up room podcast.
It's funny to be like on your own podcast, finding out that you have a YouTube page.
Dude, I had no clue.
We're ridiculous. Okay.
Yeah. Okay, no, I'll take it. But yeah, so okay, so was the last episode released? Is that what we talked about in the last episode?
No, that was a couple episodes ago.
Okay,
Yeah.
cool.
Excuse me.
Yeah, not my love language, by the way.
You know?
No, I mean, there's like 20 other things I'd rather have happen to me.
I did the what's it called? I did do the Chat GPT my fucking signs or whatever.
You did your astral chart?
Yeah.
Was it?
So did you know that there's like 3 of them?
I did. I am a Capricorn, Gemini, and Capricorn, I believe.
I don't know what my third one is. I can't remember. But I'm a Capricorn Libra.
So you're a Capricorn?
Libra, yeah.
Wait, so you're a Libra and then so what is
Like your night shit, like my night
your moon? Your
moon
moon
or whatever.
Yeah.
My moon is Capricorn, my sun is Libra.
I don't know much about Libras, to be honest with you. I don't think I know anybody that's a Libra, but I will say that your moon is typically what you are in private. Did you hear me?
Yeah, no, I heard you. It kind of checks out.
Yeah. No, so I'm a Gemini moon, and I am absolutely a Gemini in private for sure.
Wait, what does a Gemini do?
The Gemini is the two-faced people.
All right, so you don't tell people that you hate them, that you hate their FaceTiming them, their girlfriend, but you definitely know that you feel it. All right, my sun is Libra. There you go.
Okay.
It's actually like 70% accurate. And my moon is Capricorn. And my rising is Scorpio.
Oh, so you were just completely wrong about Libra.
What do you mean?
So your rising is Scorpio?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I'm looking up Gemini moon right now, and it's pretty accurate.
Like, my sun... What does sun mean? Sun is what you are in person? Or in private? Person, right?
I believe sun is what you are to everybody else, or your front-facing personality.
Balanced, fairness, aesthetic judgment. That's like, it doesn't get clearer than that.
Okay, so here you go, right? Your sun is your core... I can't believe I'm talking about this, but your sun sign is your core identity, ego, and life purpose, the who you are, while your moon sign governs your inner emotional world, instincts, and subconscious needs, the how you feel, creating a public versus private personality dynamic. So I was right, but that's more of a accurate depiction of what your sun and your moon mean.
It's pretty accurate. Like, forward facing, a pretty balanced, fair, and very aesthetically judging. Like, it's just like super surface level. I notice when things are off.
The vibes are off.
Chronic overthinker, conflict. This is where they're completely wrong. Conflict avoider. Until you suddenly aren't. Actually, never mind. That's actually pretty accurate. Like, because I'm not, like, I like conflict, but I'm not looking for conflict. But then, like, and I don't like physical conflict. I just like people disagreeing with me, or like me disagreeing with somebody and like coming to an understanding. I like that.
Yeah, I mean, like, did you compare your charts with Sand? And did you run?
No, I don't think she did hers.
You got to do hers and then download an app that tells you how both of you will like combine together.
I'll have to do it later. Listen to this. In private, emotionally, lock down like the government archive. My chat GPT has a little cat in it. Meow.
Yeah, I think my chat GPT hates my ass.
You feel things deeply, but you're vetted them for usefulness. But only after you vetted them for usefulness. Look, pretty accurate. Pretty accurate.
Yeah, I mean, I strive for self-awareness across any kind of medium, except for religion. Funny enough.
You'll do anything but believe in the Jesus Lord.
Yes, only because I don't enjoy the hey, you better do this. This. I don't enjoy the overlord. Hey, like I'm always watching, I'm always judging, I'm always trying to see what you're up to. I'm like, dude, leave me alone,
right?
Yeah, well, it's again to each their own. Like, all I want is for people to feel fulfilled and centered, and if that's through religion, then so be it, right? But for me personally, having gone to a hyper-religious college, I never really did it for the religious aspect of it. I only really did it for the, hey, this is the best school that I could have ever gotten into, so here we are.
Very Capricorn of you.
Yeah, I was actually a really bad student. And I think a big reason why I never really responded well to religion is because I was always acting out in class. I spent a lot more time in detention than I did in class.
Me too. I love detention. It's like you get to be funny in the classroom, and then you go to the place where all the funny people are. And
Exactly.
You get to have fun.
Yeah, you just get to vibe out and flunk all your classes and be a major disappointment to your family. But at least you had fun.
Bro, I recently saw my high school transcripts. And I've never been like more wrong about remembering things than I am about my GPA.
Yeah, I shouldn't have graduated. I actually went to a remedial 9th grade program where they sent all of the bad kids. Did I ever tell you this?
No, but I can't believe it.
Yeah, I went to this place called Rochambeau in White Plains, New York. And it was because I got socially graduated because based on grades alone, I was supposed to be held back on my 8th grade. And my mom came through to the middle school with like tears in her eyes at the beginning, just being like, please don't hold my son back. He's a smart kid. And I'm like, no, I'm not. But they were like, what we can offer you is have him go through the 9th grade program at this place that they send all of the invalids and misfits. And I learned a lot about hip hop. And
that's where you learn about hip hop for sure.
And all the girls I was talking to were like pregnant. And I was like, man, I don't belong here, but this is cool. And so it was actually because of that program, that 1 year program, that they gave me like credits for study hall and stuff like that. And that's the only reason why I was able to graduate high school, because I had a super low GPA. Like I just was not fit for going into college. And then my first foray into college, I got kicked out of community college because of how bad I was doing.
How do you get kicked out of community college? Damn.
I guess you have to try really hard. And
I mean, I never even went, so.
Yeah, and then I just had a generational lock-in. I was just like, yo, let me try. And then I went to a private 2-year college and then transferred to Fordham and then graduated with like a 3.7 GPA. And It was all out of spite.
Does your mom still bring up how bad you were? Does she like bring up the shame that she felt in you to this day?
I can't remember the last time my mom said something nice about me, but so yeah, I think that that's just the general conversation that we have, if we even have one.
Wait, did you play piano?
Like every other Asian American, yes, I played piano,
Yeah.
but I was dog shit at it, and I played the violin as well. And I got kicked out of orchestra because I broke a violin bow over someone's body, not their head, but I like smacked it up against their side, and it broke in half. And I left my violin out in the cold, and my teacher was very upset that it was frozen because it was overnight, that I left it overnight. And she just dismissed me out of orchestra, and then I just had another study hall exposure. So yeah, I did everything an Asian American kid does, especially working at the family store at a far too young of an age, dealing with adults that are trying to get a bargain or what have you. And yet still, I was not able to actually be the model minority.
I got I got so in 10th grade, they put me in this class. Just like I never chose my classes. I wasn't that kid. I just went to whatever classes were on my schedule. That's it. So I showed up in 10th grade and I went to this class, and it's like right next to the cafeteria, which was my first like sign of this is not gonna be good. And like I get there and like I'm sleepy. I was sleepy all the time. So like the first week I just got in there, went to my desk and went to sleep. And after a week I was like, I just kind of like looked up and I was like, that kid looks a little special. Like, good for him, you know? And then I went to sleep. And then after a couple of days, I was like, man, every kid in this class looks a little special. I spent half a semester in the special ed class.
By mistake or by on purpose?
They just, like, my grades and my elective were so bad from the previous year that I guess they just put me in that class for some reason. They thought maybe I was, you know, special as well, and I am special.
You are special, yes.
Half a semester in, I was like, all right, I can't in good conscience just be like coasting in this class. What if I fail?
Wait, you were coasting in a special ed class?
Yeah. I slept every day. It was like the first class in the morning.
Did the teacher talk to you differently? Did the teacher recognize that you weren't special ed?
No. It was all just, good morning.
To you, too.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's...
Like, good for you. That kind of stuff. Like,
yeah, no wonder you took that test the last thing we talked about last fall, our last podcast.
Yeah.
No wonder you took that test, because a trained adult professional that went to school for like 6 or 8 years teaching special education thought that you were special education too.
Well, I didn't talk I spoke Russian like on purpose for them to leave me alone. Like they would try to get me to do stuff, so I would speak in Russian and they'd be like, oh yeah. And then I'd go back to sleep.
But you could speak English at that point.
Yeah, no, for sure. I spoke English when I was 5. I think I learned English in like 6 months.
Well, hey, I mean, that's, I guess I was that kid. I've never been in a special ed class. I took the short bus though. That's probably the closest to like special education that I've ever felt, because the program that I went to was very small and most of the kids lived pretty close to that area and they needed a bus to support the kids that lived further from that area. And that was just me and like 3 or 4 other kids. So it was, of course, a short bus. So for a whole year, I rode the short bus and I felt a type of way about it.
Yeah. I felt fine about it. I was just like, this is great. And then, like, after I got kicked out of that class, they put me in home ed or whatever it's called. What's the class where they give you a baby?
Like home ed, yeah.
They had those, like, the ones with the batteries in it and stuff that, like, actually cried.
Yeah, I did that too myself.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And they gave me that baby. Like, I got in there, like, halfway through the semester. And they gave me that baby, and I was just like, there's no fucking way my dad is going to, like, first of all, let this thing in the house crying in the middle of the night. Two, he already thinks I'm gay. Like, this is just going to tip it over. I'm just going to get my ass beat every day. So I just kept putting it in the lost and found. And, like, 3 times a week, they'd be like, hey, you lost this baby. I was like, oh, that's where it is. And just on the way home, like, I would just toss it in the lost and found in the library.
I think it would have probably been better for you to just throw it away at that point.
I mean, I didn't want that letter to the house of, like, you owe us $300.
You should have thrown it away on prom night.
Prom night was like, I should just, like, bloody it up a little bit.
Oh, good. Yeah, just like cover it with tissue paper. No, I mean, how was your prom night, by the way?
I didn't do prom. I was a good Christian boy for a long time. That was the devil's dance. What was your prom like?
Terrible, dude. It was so bad.
Did you dance?
I did, and I danced with one random girl, and it was so bad that she turned around as soon as the dance, as soon as the song was over, and she's like, "Okay, thank you," and I'm like, "You're welcome." Felt really good about myself there. I thought that was a good thing, and it was not. And yeah, I just spent the whole day or whole night just wondering why I'm having such a bad time, dude. Because everyone else is having a wonderful time, and I'm just like, yeah, and it was weird because I had like a recent girlfriend that I didn't take to prom.
Wait, you were dating her at the time?
Yeah, and things were going pretty well, and I just decided to just not go with anyone.
Dude,
so,
thank you is devastating.
Yeah, at the time it wasn't devastating, but now that I'm 38, I'm like, that was devastating.
That's devastating. That's why I never, like, randomly dance with people or talk to them seriously.
Yeah, that was like the last time I randomly danced with somebody. I never did it again.
Dude, that level of, like, rejection is so devastating.
Yeah,
oh.
I didn't really know much about myself at the time. And I think I was just such an emo kid that I just enjoyed the feeling of that rejection and that level of despair to my heart. But yeah, I went to Pasha and, partied with some of my friends and didn't get home until like 3 or 4 in the morning. And I had a terrible time. It was a really bad night. And, some of the couples that I was with got into fights and shit, and it was just rough. I didn't even drink or anything like that. Had no coming of age tale other than rejection.
Yeah, that's, been there, but it's not something I want to talk about.
Yeah, I'll talk about anything, bro.
No, I just can't, like, I hate, like, I didn't get romantically involved for many reasons. One of them being, like, being religious and not wanting to be tempted.
By the apple, right?
The fucking Eve. But also because rejection was so, like, you're constantly, like, told no at home. That, like, having people in your life that say no was just devastating, so I would never ask for anything.
Same. I still don't ask for anything. I'm like, hey, even when I will literally be like a vampire in the sense that, not in the sense of like, anything else other than the fact of, how vampires have to be like invited in, and
Yeah.
they can't come in if you don't invite them in. So like someone will have to give me a very express invitation to ask for one thing. And even when I get to that point of clarity and that point of consent, I will then still be like, well, sorry to bother you. And I just want this thing, please.
Constantly. And my like size, like I'm sitting on a couch, I'll be like, I'll sit on the corner, like on the end of it, like there's plenty of space for everybody, don't worry about me, that kind of thing.
Yeah, because I guess I have a shield to a degree because I'm autistic, right? In the sense of like, I've been on a couple of first dates where there are times where the girl might have brushed her hand up against me or given me some sort of overt sign, and I like recoiled. I'm like, oh shit, like there's contact, and I'm sorry, it wasn't intentional. I'm sorry. And then I would just get feedback. I would just get feedback being like, why didn't you make a move, or why didn't you like follow that cue? And I'm like, what cue? Like what? Like what cue? What follow through? I just thought that we were just platonically having a good time, and that we would just stop talking after this first date.
I thought you just wanted company tonight, just at the dinner table. That's it.
Yeah, I enjoyed the company, and it was great instead of sitting at home watching Eternal Sunshine of the Spotless Mind. But I never thought that there was any kind of romantic interest. And I would get that feedback quite often, just saying like, hey, how come you didn't do this? Or how are you even interested in me? And I'm like,
feedback from friends or from those girls?
From the girls.
Oh, wow. Man.
Yeah,
I imagine the rejection they must have felt when you're like, fucking, hey, get the fuck off me.
No, I wouldn't be like mortally wounded recoil type thing, but it would just be like, oh, sorry. Even though I didn't do it. Like, oh, my bad.
That's funny.
Yeah, so I don't know. I just never. Because then, like, on the opposite side of things, if you're like, hey, can I kiss you? That's, like, really bad to do. That's, like, the cardinal sin for guys to ask for, right? So I was told, like, yo, don't ask for anything, but also be fearful of asking for anything. And only when it is, like, only when you pass this Rubik's Cube of things, then you can just take a shot. And I've just never really been interested in any of that.
It's so complicated.
Yeah, and I'm just like, hey, like I like you a lot, and even that's like bad to say. Like you can't be vulnerable, you can't say your feelings, and you got to play it cool, and like push-pull method and all that other shit. And I'm like, what is all of this stuff? So I just like, went on YouTube and just watched a bunch of videos, and dating got better for a while. And then, but I just literally was not being myself.
Like, YouTube videos of did you get caught in the negging one? Did we talk about this already?
I did get caught in the negging aspect of things, and it's crazy how good that works, but at the same time it just feels icky as shit.
Mm-hmm.
So now I'm just like, I'm just going to be genuinely myself, and just, if someone likes me or doesn't like me, then so be it. But I'm not going to run a strat. I'm not going to like think about like a way to dentist system someone, I'm going to be myself and hope that the feeling is reciprocated. And even that doesn't feel great, but it's at least better than anything else.
I remember when that video when that came out, I had not a buddy but a guy I know. We're like all hanging out, which is so. It's just like 5 guys in a jacuzzi.
Rough. That's no wonder your dad thought some shit.
Oh, dude, it's the funniest.
I mean, I've been in a Russian
5 dudes in a jacuzzi.
Before.
Huh?
I've been in a Russian bathhouse more than a handful of times personally.
That's what we do. Is just we drink beer, eat sunflower seeds, and sit in the jacuzzi. And we used to like break into like hotels down by the beach in Florida, in Jacksonville. You just like sneak into their jacuzzis.
Oh, so it wasn't like a Russian bathhouse. It was just like a
Yeah,
hotel
it's just like a
jacuzzi.
hotel jacuzzi, yeah,
Oh,
on the
'cause
beach in the
I was
middle of the
I was
night.
wondering because I'm like there was no full service kitchen because at every Russian bathhouse I've ever been to, it's been like okay, you can order like some substantial
No,
food.
I'm talking about like I'm 16. I don't really have money.
Oh, okay, because
Yeah,
I
we're
was
like 16, 17.
maybe like 24 all the way through 27 that I was like frequenting these Russian bathhouses.
I never frequented anything. Wait, were these Russian bathhouses offering
Like full,
services?
full service? No, they were offering hats and grape leaves that you can hit yourself with, and they had a full kitchen and full bar. But no, I mean, even if they were, I wouldn't even. It would just fly over my head.
Same. You ask, like, everybody says New York Chinatown has all the, rubbing stations, and it's like, I couldn't tell you the first one.
Me neither. I would just be like, "Hey, my SI joint hurts. Can you please like rub it?" And then they come in with the extra tip box, and I'm like, "I thought I paid already." I'm
There's
all
an extra tip.
I'm all squared away. I'm good to go.
Man, I am in a giggly mood now.
Yeah, I
You
mean,
make me so happy, dude.
I appreciate that, man. I mean, you could use some happiness. You know what I mean? And
Yeah.
you should go to the happy ending place. If that is above
My
board.
house?
Oh yeah, there we go. That's a good save.
Ayo.
Yeah, that's a great save right there. But yeah, I mean, yeah, no, dating was always super, super weird for me, man. Like I would like spend 3 hours in a coffee shop getting super deep with somebody and then like never talking to them ever again. So, very strange. But I did end up spending a lot of time in Williamsburg and Greenpoint, even though I lived in Crown Heights. So yeah, I think I had a good coming of age when I was single.
That's cool. I mean, I am that way now with adults, where it's like I'll talk to you for a while and then just ghost. See you later. Don't want to ever talk to you again.
I am not that at all. If I have a good connection with someone, I'm just going to like message you like once a week.
It's Tuesday or Monday, whatever it is. We'll see.
Yeah, that's what I do. I just send a voice memo to a friend of mine that I talk to once a week, and I'm just like, I'm gonna just check in.
I mean, you don't have a lot of friends, right? Or do you
Yeah,
have a lot of?
I have maybe 8 to 10 like friends that I don't
Yeah.
feel annoyed that they message me. But I think that there's maybe so I see it in like circles, like a bullseye circle type thing. And I think that there are probably a significant amount of people that would consider me their friend, but I would not consider them my friend.
Let's see, shit like this just sends me into a spiral for sure.
Why?
Because now I'm just like, hey, is he gonna message me every week? Not like not that I'm concerned, but it's just like
We
I
talk
start.
about every other day. What are you talking about?
I know, and this is my brain because it's just like fucking. Am I saying enough stuff? Like, am I like keeping up enough? Am I bringing up enough topics that are fun and shit like that? Like, how do I keep this going? You know what I mean?
Well, that is how everyone in my life feels. Because I will say one thing, that the common piece of feedback that I get from everyone that is super close to me is that I am almost too much. And I never feel good about that. But it's one of those things where it's like either I'm almost too much or I'm like super intense. And that's a very common piece of feedback that I get quite often from my super close people.
Yeah, I just don't know how to like maintain those relationships. I just can't.
You want
I
to know the
immediately,
secret?
huh?
You want to know the secret?
Sure, please.
The secret is saying what is on your mind unfiltered, especially if it is taboo.
Literally 3 people in my life that I can do that without feeling like they're going to like crucify me.
Dude, I do that to a lot of people. It's insane how I have not been canceled yet with like some of the things that I've said to people in passing. Just like not even like we're already in a circle of trust. But I'm just going, huh?
Like that's the thing. People I don't want to maintain relationships with, I'll say the craziest shit. Today, at work, like we were having a meeting, and she's like, "How is everybody's?" Like she knows, and she's like, "How is everybody's? New Year's weekend and stuff like that." And everybody's like, "Oh, it was great." And like she like turns to me, "How was yours?" I was like, I've had better." Like everybody knows, you know. It's just like, I mean, I know that's not crazy, but everybody's just like, super sad for me and stuff like that. But like, I say shit like that.
I'm not sad for you. I'm not sad for you. I'm just like, bro, this is a generational character development moment.
No. I guess we can talk about it a little bit before we end. Really sad news. Condolences to Sean, creator of Call of Duty, passed away.
Dude, he ate shit. Dude, did you see the video? I'm like, oh my god, dude. Yeah, so that's how I'm gonna go. I think like that's the reason why I stopped driving my Mustang, because I'm just like, dude, like, because I don't know, man. I think the biggest thing is that people want to drive like fast cars, but they don't know how to handle fast cars, and then they eat shit. But yeah,
dude,
he
people
totally
don't know how to drive.
Yeah, I mean, because in my Mustang especially, it will fishtail like a motherfucker if I push it too hard. And I understand like you have to lean into it and you can't overcorrect and all that stuff. But most people, when they're on vacation and they get this supercar, they've never experienced that. And then they get this crazy feedback, they overcorrect, and then they end up like Paul Walker.
It's crazy. I mean, I've never, I used to drive like a maniac. I lost my license to tickets.
Damn.
Like speeding tickets when I was 18. Like, so from the age of like, I've been driving since I was 12. I learned how to drive on a little 89 Honda Civic hatchback.
Yeah, like any other good Eastern European, just doing all kinds of shit super young.
Me and my brother would just drive up and down the street around our spot, like in middle of New York, kind of like upstate New York. And so I learned how to drive then, and I've been driving since then.
Was your brother the person that commented about your earphones?
Yeah. That was one of them. That was the brother that I drove around in our little Civic.
Is Sand does she have siblings?
Yeah. They're all girls. She has 5 sisters.
Damn. Okay. Well, yeah, I'm an only child. I don't have anybody else.
It's a wild life. That's why I don't have kids.
Do you want kids?
Now I do. But for the longest time, like, I thought when I got married, I thought like 3 years was a long time, and we were going to wait 3 whole fucking years not having kids. And that flew by so fast. I was like, there's no way I don't want to have kids. But now we're like thinking about it.
Are you hoping for a boy or girl? Do you have a preference?
I don't have a preference, but I think growing up the way I grew up with a bunch of older brothers, I think having a girl first is probably better. Like, I think girls are easier to raise.
They're not, but okay.
Hold on a second. Hear me out.
I mean, I'm a girl dad, so
I know, but hear me out. Let me know if I'm right, okay? From a technical standpoint of raising a girl, like all the shit you have to do, like guys are simple. It's like ball, kick, sleep. That's fine. With girls, it's like, all this other shit going on. But as a human, as a human, I feel like girls are easier to teach them and mold them to be like good people. I think they're more empathetic. I think they understand life better. And they're not like off the walls like boys are.
Continue.
Is that fair?
No, it's fair. I mean, that is what I personally agree with. I mean, I think that I think women are the better half for sure.
Yeah. And then like when they grow up and they're like teens and they have a younger brother, like that younger brother can now like get they can like get what's it called? Examples from an older sister who's like an empath, hopefully. You know what I mean? And you just don't have a bunch of fucking guys who are like fucking you gotta sell cocaine and like you gotta have a business and like you gotta beat up people and bully each other and shit like that.
Well, I mean, I think I am the most feminine man that I know, and I never had a I never had a sister. I never had a father, so maybe that's why.
That could very well be why.
Because like I'm super high on empathy and emotional honesty and like saying the thing or whatever and being inclusive, but I understand that these are typically female traits as opposed to male traits. But yeah, I mean it's not contingent on having a sister, but it could help for sure. And as someone that previously wanted a boy, and thank God I didn't have one, but I think a lot of people that are close to me understand that if I had a boy, I would be a very different father than if I had a girl. And I am so thankful and so happy every single day that I have a daughter, because you don't know how many times people send me that shit of you needed softness or you needed gentleness, so you had a daughter. And I'm like, I agree with that. I think it has made me a much more centered person and much more in touch with myself, having a daughter. And I think if I had a boy, I think that boy would have very similar traumas that I've had because, I wouldn't be able to break the generational curse. But yeah, it's, as someone that has had a preference to having a boy, if I could do it all over again, I certainly would not change a goddamn thing. I am very proud to be a girl dad.
Yeah, and I think that's kind of what I'm hoping for. Because I think I would be, like, imagine, today, and I've always been empathetic, but, like, I am not as empathetic as you are, obviously. But I am, because, like, you don't do shit like tell people to stop using FaceTime in the locker room. But, like, I am the most empathetic person in my family.
Same.
Yeah. But realistically, my level of empathy is like here, where yours is like fucking through the roof. And I am the most empathetic. They're all like down here. And I'm not saying they're bad people. They're good people.
No, they're terrible people, bro. They are responsible for everything that went wrong in your life. But no, I mean, I can I make a distinction real quick?
Yeah.
I think the difference between you and I is not necessarily that we have different levels of empathy. It's just that my empathy is almost maxed out in intellectual empathy, that I can put myself in someone's shoes and understand it, but I won't feel it. And in your case, you probably have real empathy where you actually feel it for yourself, and then you have to now be driven to action. Me personally, I have almost zero emotional empathy and 100% intellectual empathy. And I can because I enjoy seeing the perspective of someone else, but I just can't feel it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I know
that's
you
fair
feel
enough.
Yourself. So I think it's just a different min-max of the two different sides of empathy.
No, I can see that. I definitely do have more. I get emotional like when I see people have a hard time. Like, I don't have any empathy for myself, but when people have a hard time, like, it sucks.
I understand that. I guess it depends on the person, unfortunately for me. But
Definitely. Don't get me wrong. I'm not empathetic for assholes. Like, you know what I mean? Definitely, like, Putin's dogs die. I'm not going to be like, fucking poor
like
guy.
a tear type thing.
Yeah.
Like, yeah. I mean, you weren't super upset when Jeffrey Epstein hanged himself.
Yeah, no. I felt bad for the sheet he had to use.
Do you know the specifics of the sheet that he used?
No, but I'm assuming a sheet.
Yeah, I mean, I would imagine that the jail sheets probably have a super low thread count. I'm sure they're not Egyptian cotton,
Yeah.
right? So,
Well, I mean, it is Jeffrey.
but he's in jail at that
You
point,
think
right?
you could
So
have swung a better sheet?
I think the sheets were probably the least of his problems.
You think the camera angles were worse?
Dude, if this is a wild statement, but if I was him, I would be like, you got me, right? Like, like you can take care of me, right? I would look for assurance and threat scan like crazy if I was in his position, being like, bro, like, are you a good person? Are you a good guard? Can you make sure the cameras are pointed at me?
I mean, do you think he killed himself, or do you think somebody had it? Somebody had a little hand in it.
It's hard. Well, I can understand why he killed himself if he did kill himself, but I don't think he was a man of shame.
Yeah.
So I think that because the way that he went about doing this whole thing was very like cold and calculated and very organized crime, basically, right?
Yeah.
And so I don't think someone like that can feel shame to the point of suicidality. But given that, I think that he probably got some help, right? Got a spotter, if you will. Right. But I'm not someone that's like, release the files or I want to read the files. I'm not really into any of that stuff. But from what I've heard, they are pretty damning. And there was something that I heard about, like, recently that I'm just like, how come nobody's talking about this? But then I'm not going to be the one to talk about it because I could care less. Or I think there's maybe 15 to 20 people in my social circles that care much more about this, but they're not talking about it either. So I'm just like, am I just being duped? Am I just reading misinformation here? But no, I think he definitely got a spotter or two.
Yeah, I think so too. I mean, I don't think that he was past killing himself. Like, what I mean by that is, like, I don't think the shame of it could have caused him to get there. I think it was more I can't do that ever again. And, like, for sure the rest of my life is, like, in this hellhole. And he was, like, 60, right?
I don't know his age, but I knew he went to Cooper Union, and I know Cooper Union is a really good school. It's a super good school.
Did he teach that at that one, or did he teach somewhere else?
No, I think he like went to that school, and it's in the city.
Yeah,
And you get in, and you don't pay for anything because you're that gifted that you can just go there and get educated for free because you're like that good at whatever you want to do.
Is that like the one with the architects and art and stuff like that?
I'm not sure, but of other people that I know that went to Cooper Union, in which I know like 3 of them that went there, they're all like super sharp and super smart people and like very emotionally well-rounded.
Yeah. See, I think Jeffrey was in that group of like, I'm 60 plus. This is gonna take years. I can never do that again. Like my whatever like currency I had of like secrecy and whatever, it's over. Like I can't do that. my life's over.
His cachet was empty at that point. Yes.
Yeah, so it's like,
go back. Yeah.
what are you? Even if you get away with it, what are you gonna do? You can't go anywhere. You can't do anything. You know what I mean?
Yeah. There's no bounce back from that.
Yeah.
Right. There's
So,
no.
like,
I just need to lock in and re-climb the hill or what have you. It's not like having like a bad week 4 and then restarting the block.
yeah. Like, I think that could have led him to it. But I think that a guy like him potentially has like that weird evil kind of like energy that like feels like they'll be able to succeed anyway.
Yeah, I
and
think
fight back,
right, like that, like Moriarty type thing, right?
Yeah.
Like you have just such a evilness about you, but also you are enterprising and you're charismatic, and so nothing is impossible for you.
Like, I could see him be delusional, thinking he's gonna either escape or get out of this, or this or that lawyer is gonna get him and figure out a way to get him out. I could see that.
Yeah, I mean the way I view it in my head, right? And again, I have no like increased knowledge about this than the average person, but the way I see it in my head is that his only way out, quote unquote, was to start talking about names and start to just name drop people. And I think that was probably his next best bet. And he probably was like, yeah, let's do it tomorrow. And then he got 2 or 3 spotters.
And then the camera stopped working.
Yeah. Because at that point, like, what else are you gonna do, right? Like, you're not just gonna take it on the chin, right? Because heaven forbid you actually are accountable for your actions, right? So no one wants to deal with that, and so I don't know. It's just one of those weird things, man. That it's not out of the realm of possibility that he killed himself, but it's also not out of the realm of possibility that he got. This person's squatting 500, so instead of 3, you need 5 spotters now.
Well, I mean, the guy who, if he got a spotter or 2, I think one of them was probably 2-time 2-country president Donald J. Trump.
You think he went into the jail cell himself? There's no shot he did that.
No, I think he was he was the ref. He was the ref judging it. He was the head ref doing this thing. 2-country president Donald J. Trump must have done it.
Oh, like you were talking about Venezuela?
Yeah. I'll send you a video after this, dude.
Yeah, not good.
The funniest thing I've seen in a week or 2.
I have to, that's kind of nut. I mean, I'm still processing, but it's going to take me 6 months to come up with a conclusion to it, personally.
Epstein or Trump?
Trump.
Or Venezuela?
No, I don't spend a lot of mental energy with Epstein shit, and I keep up with politics very closely, but unfortunately it is almost primarily to understand how to troll the person in front of me.
I need to know what you're reading.
I don't think anybody knows actually what my political ideology is. I think a lot of people just assume that I'm one way or the other. And I will like memes on purpose, and I will follow people on purpose just to throw people off. So
That's crazy. That's diabolical.
I will follow far right-wing accounts, but I will also follow far left-wing accounts, and I will like them at an equal rate. And I don't listen to both of them, but what I do is I just try my best to just throw off the scent. I will like or repost something, and then the next day I will like and repost the exact opposite of that ideology. And
who do you think is following all of your likes? Are there people who are Sean's this way, and we need to we need to collaborate on a thought here and like talk about how much we hate.
I think I'm just too low key to get for anyone to give a shit about. You know what I mean? Because like I'm not contributing to anything. I'm not contributing to any conversations or any movements or anything of that nature. I didn't even vote. So so I am a nothing burger from an
That's you
effectuality
just
perspective.
trolling. You definitely voted. You're just saying you didn't vote.
Yeah, like, oh yeah, because I want to anger people that are like, the most powerful thing you could do is vote. So I'm like, fuck that, I'm not going to vote. But no, I mean, I was asked recently what my political ideology was, and then I started talking, and then they were like, yeah, stop. So I'm like, okay.
Can I say, I'm never gonna ask you what your political ideology is,
Why?
because I don't care.
And that is the point. No one should give a shit about what team you're on, because we're all on the same fucking team.
Like,
You know?
do you like people? Do you care about people? Do you hate, bad people? Great. I don't care otherwise.
Right. Like, I don't think that my ability to coach someone or my ability to be friends with somebody relies heavily on what I think about Medicare or something like that. You know what I mean? But I have to understand at a very deep level what is going on both sides. So that way the person in front of me understands that I'm trolling them in a very intellectual way. Like, I understand why you care about this. And I understand that this is like everything to you. And I want you to know that it is nothing to me.
Do you get off on more on people knowing that you're trolling them, or finding out that you're trolling them, or that they never find out?
Ideally, they would never find out or find out at a later date. Because what I rely very heavily on is someone being so upset about my trolling that they go up to somebody else and they're like, no, Sean's not like that at all. And then they're just living this gaslit perspective for like years. And I just forget about it. And then they come up to me at a later point when their life is completely fallen apart. And they're just like, hey, like, were you joking? And I'm like, yeah, dude, I was totally fucking around with you. Like, what do you mean? Like,
I deeply envy your abilities.
they're not
so
anything special. They're just
they're so good.
They're just amusing. That's all it was. That's all it is. I mean, like, look, I will talk politics to anyone who wants to have a serious conversation about politics, as long as they can hold their shit as much as I can hold my shit. Right? Like, I'm not ever going to be upset with you if you disagree with me. But if you are going to get upset with me because I disagree with you, then we are not having that conversation. So that's why I think I've never really had a serious political conversation, because people are too emotionally invested in their ideologies. And when there's emotion involved in governance, then it's always going to be skewed, unfortunately, where, I am right and you are wrong. And it goes back to the righteousness aspect of things, where I'm like, I don't think any of us understand the absolute inner workings of the decisions that are happening that are seemingly completely out of our hands. But it's also one of those things where we can try to have a conversation, but this is what happened a lot of times in Murder of Crows. Like, we would talk a lot about politics and a lot about like the direction of the country and the direction of our leadership.
That's crazy. Right? That's crazy.
I would piss people off. People would get really upset with me, and I'm just like, hey, listen, at the end of the day, it's just politics, So ever since, because I used to signal a lot more of my political behavior back when I ran Murder of Crows, but now I'm just like, no one's ever going to know unless they really want to know, and no one really wants to know. So it doesn't really matter. But
do we turn this thing into like a political show? Is this what we do?
I am more than happy to turn this into a political show. But it is just one of those things where I just feel like nobody, in a more macro sense, Vitaly, like, nobody can be real and vulnerable and explicit in their communication of their thoughts. And I enjoy that a lot, because I can be, and I am that way. And it just is very amusing to me how people get very upset over things like that when this is how everyone should be behaving, in my opinion.
This is why you and I connect. The people that I connect with are as vulnerable as I am.
Dude, because I'm just like for example, somebody hit me up recently about an athlete doing something, salacious in his personal life, right? And they were like, "Oh, if you want to do something about it, then cool. But if you don't want to do anything about it, then also cool." And I'm like, "I'm not doing anything about this. Like, this is their personal life. Like, it has nothing to do with me. It has nothing to do with their behavior. They wouldn't do that to me, and they can't do that to me anyways. So it's just one of those things where I'm just like, who gives a shit? It just gotten to the point where the moment that someone makes one mistake or someone missteps once, it's just the piranha eating, just completely going down to the bone. And I'm just like, you can't throw away a whole ass person just because they made a mistake or just because they did something you don't agree with or they believe in something you don't agree with. I just think that that's terrible politics, in my opinion, and interpersonally.
What's wrong with just unfollowing? Why is that not a thing? Why do people just, hey, I don't like this person, I don't like what they're doing, and I'm just going to unfollow them and not look at their stuff anymore?
I think
what happened to that?
It's because people love to seethe. I know for a fact that there are maybe about 4 or 5 people that like absolutely hate my guts and have like confirmed said like really bad things about me and continue to say really bad things about me, but they are amongst the top of my story viewership. And they are amongst the top of like my likes and things of that nature. And that's primarily because they just love to hate. They're just hating for the love of the game, and I'm just like, personally, I'm like, I could care less, either way. But I just think that people are just addicted to the high intensity emotion. And unfortunately, the easiest high intensity emotion to access is anger and seething, And it's just unfortunate.
I think it's the biggest waste of energy.
For sure.
If you're doing something to like hurt other people and you're doing like bad things, I kind of get it. Like, okay, let's bring it to light, whatever, let's do that. But like, one guy does something that might seem a little weird or favoritism or whatever, and you're just fucking unleashing, 45 stories about this guy. It's like, get a little grip, like figure out how you feel first, and then maybe say something. Or, maybe just make the story, put it in your drafts, just think about it for a week, and you'll probably forget about it. Anyway, we can probably keep going, but we should wrap it up.
No, I mean, I agree, man. And I think that if you look close enough to anybody, no matter who they are, no matter how good they might, no matter how much good they give out, everyone has skeletons in their closet, and everyone has things that they would be ashamed to have it be out in the public. And like, that is a fact that everybody has that, right? And so to expect a level of, what's the word? Not disinfectant, but to expect that level of copaceticness is just completely unrealistic for anybody, right? Because how do we get better, and how do we learn, and how do we improve, and how do we better forge the steel of our life perspective if it wasn't for the things that we go through that are super negative, or the things that we experience that are super negative? So I don't know. It's just, you got me on a soapbox now, man. That's why I don't talk about shit like this, because I just keep fucking rambling. But yeah, it's just, I don't know. It's just silly. And there are things in my personal life that I just haven't figured out just quite yet. So I can't necessarily extend to the outer world. And I've always been someone that has been very insular and very examinant of my own life as opposed to other people's lives. And I think that if anyone examined my life to a very high degree, they'd find things that I would be they would be very upset with. But at the same time, like, it's my life. It's nobody else's. So it's just one of those things.
Let me, if I may, wrap it up with a few words.
Go for it.
R.I.P. Loki. Love you, buddy. Mwah. Bye.